here we have the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're looking at here is the hourly time frame. Each candle on this time frame represents a 1 hour trading period. And as we can see here, we're starting to sort of, I don't know, flatten out, I guess you could say, right around this $6.20 level that we have been watching here previously. There are a few different reasons that this level is important. I believe in prior videos, I've explained that this is the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement zone when we're looking at this major move higher. This would essentially be the price bounce from $3.60 roughly to right around $7.70. So this is the current dominant trend wave here that should be assessed in terms of being, the most influential in determining where price action is likely to head next. So, this is the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement. It's an old resistance area from, this would have been September 26th. And then we've also got several moving averages that are starting to converge right in this area. So clearly this is a major kind of line in the sand, at least from a short-term perspective. So, if we sort of move in here, I'll just kind of move in here quickly. There are a couple of different ways you can view this type of price action. So what we're seeing at the moment is, we are starting to flatline here at these roughly $6.20 levels here. And there are two different ways of looking at this. One, you could say that, the share price itself is attempting to form a base. We did see this major run higher, and now share prices have retraced about 38% of that move. And now we're trying to form a base somewhere in there, in that region, so that we can, make another move higher and possibly form a higher high from there. That's a perfectly valid outlook at the moment. I mean, we have seen some breaches below that 38.2% Fibonacci level. So I think that would be your first warning sign that type of outlook might not be true. But then even more worrisome from my perspective would be the fact that bounces from here have been very minimal. So what this looks like to me, and this could be a basing here, and I'm not saying that we can't see a run higher from there. But what this looks like more to me, I mean, just with this, series of lower highs that we're starting to see here, this doesn't really look like basing to me. I mean, you could say that this is more of a flat line movement, and we're just starting to develop very tight trading ranges at these somewhat lower levels, right around 620. But to me, this does look like we're sort of just grinding through this support zone, and that we will probably start to see share prices move lower. Now, I understand that somehow, my tone sounds negative enough that people are starting to think that I'm short this stock. I want to be clear about one thing. If I'm short a stock, I have no problem telling you people. There's no reason for me to lie about something like that. There are several stocks that I cover, where the outlook might not be positive one day, and then people just run into, well, he must be short. He's getting paid by a hedge fund to make this video. No, none of that is true. And if it was true, I would have no problem telling you. There's no reason to not tell you that. Now, if I was shorting the stock, I would just say it. But as things currently stand here, we're at a bit of an inflection point here. I mean, can this rally sustain itself? Currently, can this current move higher, continue moving higher? This is just starting to look very heavy to me. We're not really seeing bounces from this level, and we have seen technically, we have seen breaches below that 38.2% Fibonacci retracement. So I'm not saying that it's impossible that we're forming a base here. It's somewhat possible. I mean, because there's some support that's being found in this area. We're not seeing drastic movements lower, below 620. So it's one of two things. I mean, either we're just sort of forming a base here for another movement higher, or this trend wave movement is starting to complete itself, and we're likely to now start to see deeper retracements lower. Now, if you twisted my arm and forced me to give you my opinion, I would say that it's probably the latter. This is a lot of upward price movement. The Chinese government can only stimulate the economy for so long. I mean, that can't just go on forever. I understand that some people are encouraged by the product lineup and things like that, and that they're expecting, stronger movements higher going forward. But the question is, when exactly is this going to happen? Is this going to be happening today or next week? And if we're looking at the size of this prior price move here, it just looks to me like we're probably in need of a deeper retracement here before you can start to see price movements higher. So, if people are thinking that I'm shorting this stock, I don't know where they were for the past 2 months. When I was saying that the share price is probably forming a base here at 360, and we could be in store for some major movements higher. I mean, does anybody remember seeing the boring videos about that descending triangle that would never go away? We were constantly looking for that price pattern to break to the top side. And eventually it did. And this was the price movement that occurred. This is a very bullish price move. I mean, you're looking at, a doubling in share price here in a very short period of time. So, I don't know why a person with a short position would be making videos like that. I mean, it's just ridiculous. You have to not drink the Kool-Aid so much just because you're holding a stock. You have to be willing to buy or sell a stock at any time. You can't just be in this blind dogmatic mindset, where you're only seeing one possible path forward. Even if you're a fan of a stock, you can still short sell it. You can still look at things in another direction, and you can still expect to see a pullback. I mean, let's look at Palantir, for example. I think that's a tremendous company. They're a great company. Would I buy it at current levels? No, I think it's too expensive. I think that there are cheaper stocks out there, and you don't buy the stock that you think is cool. You buy the stock that you think is cheap. I mean, that's the way that this works. So, as things stand here, the real question is whether or not we're going to be able to form some kind of a bounce here out of this $6.20 level. I do think that people are going to start to throw in the towel on this name somewhat soon, if we don't start to see a bounce here somewhat soon. I mean, these shorter term traders that have been in this position for a shorter period of time, I think that some of those people are probably going to start to take profits here, and then possibly look for a deeper retracement. I've been calling this $5.20 here as the next level to watch to the downside. And I don't mean to create this in $1 increments like this, but this is where the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level is shaping up here. And previously we were seeing some moving averages there as well. But that has started to change now because these exponential moving averages have started to move higher. So I would still view that 520 area as being a more favorable level to be buying this name. But we will need to see if share prices are able to bounce out of 620, because if the bulls are correct here, this would be the area where that move would need to occur. So here's the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.